Hey guys, and welcome back to my Chanel. Alright guys, welcome back to my Chanel. Hey guys, welcome back to my Chanel. Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to my Chanel. Alright, so what is up guys? What is going on? Welcome back to my Chanel. Let's just, start with a little introduction. When I don't make videos for a while, I literally forget how to talk to my YouTube. So welcome back guys. It's been a couple weeks. I haven't been on like months hiatus like I usually do, but it's been a couple weeks. I'll do a life update. I will do a life update eventually, but life is life. Life is good. And yeah, this is story time. I was like, Christina, you have not done a story time in so long, so do a story time. I've wanted to do this story time since I made my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys, just because like I don't want to say it's funny, but it's a while, like it's interesting, and so just to kind of talk about it will be fun. So before we get started though, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and comment your thoughts or whatever you think down below. All right guys. Okay, so also my tapestry is my background for my videos now. Just before I start, also I'm not gonna say any names besides people that are probably my friends, because I'm pretty sure I can get sued if I say names, or it can just backfire on me. So I'm not gonna say any names, but this is my college roommate horror story. This could be like college roommate / floor mates horror story, because the whole thing is wild. This happened my freshman year, first semester freshman year of college. I'm currently my last semester senior. So you guys, like, this happened so many years ago that like some things I just don't remember. So I'm just gonna tell you guys what I do remember. My roommate actually still does follow me. My college freshman first semester roommate, she followed the person with the story about. She follows me still on Instagram, so she might watch this. If you're watching this, I just want you to know that these events that took place definitely like made my freshman year, I won't say bad, but it definitely like did not have to happen. And I think that a lot of things that she did like just led up to this happening. So I don't know why she still follows me. That's her choice. I don't block people. I want people to see me thrive. So she's not blocked, but she does still follow me. So let's get started on the story. I'm coming to college, my first semester. I'm excited. Like, you're so excited. You were so excited to come to college. Like, you're hype. I'm hyped. I'm coming to VCU in Richmond. Me and at VCU, they would send you your roommates during the summer before you come to college. So I already knew who she was. So she was from the area. So we had connected via like Instagram, via Facebook, just to make sure like what does she look like, all this stuff. We've been texting about like what colors we're gonna try to coordinate for our room, who's bringing the microwave, who's bringing this. So we had already kind of I thought it was starting off great. I was like, we're talking everything through. It's good. We're good. It's fine. We move-in day comes. She's already moved in over summer because she was in a program, so she was already moved into the room. So I think she even asked me which bed did I want, and I wanted the bed near the window with the view. So she's very nice, I was like, great. So I got my bed I wanted. I moved in. My parents met her. We actually went out to dinner the same day I moved in, and we took her with us. We went to Golden Corral. We took her with us. So like it was no type of like. We were very nice to her, and she was nice back, so it wasn't no type of like bad blood starting off. Like nothing was like, oh, this is bad. And so I think I want to say a month had went by. I moved in August. September went by. Everything was fun. I think where everyone else starts to be included is when she became friends with some girls who were on our floor before I did. So there were some girls who lived around the corner from my room, and she befriended them. And so because she was my roommate, like, and I'm new to college, like I don't know anyone, like the way you kind of meet people in college is just like, if you know someone who knows someone, that's how you kind of sometimes meet people. So we all lived on the same floor, so I was like, okay, cool. So I ended up becoming friends with them also. So we ended up being in like a big friend group, like all of us. And so we hung out all the time. Like these people, like we celebrated my birthday all together. We went to parties together. We like would stay in each other's rooms and watch movies, like because these people still live on my floor. I lived in a communal dorm. If you don't know what that is, that's a dorm where there's like 50 something girls on one floor, and you share a bathroom, and it's like 4 stalls, 3 showers, 5 sinks. That's a communal dorm for people. I lived in Johnson Hall. It was the oldest dorm on campus. So I love Johnson. We all became friends. So everything's good. Like everything is fine. Like I never personally thought that anything could go wrong. Like, there were certain times where, like, I even went to my roommate, I even went to go like stay with her family for a weekend. Like, there was nothing there that was like, oh, this is going to go bad. But you know, time went by, and like naturally, like, there was a lot of us, and I'm not trying to say like a lot of girls can't be friends, that's not what I'm saying right now, but I think sometimes like personalities clash. We also had guys in our group too. It was like 3 guys in our group, so it wasn't just girls, it was like 5 girls and maybe 3 guys, like 8 of us. I think the girl numbers are correct. But yeah, so these people are my friends, y'all. Like, my friends, like, they met my family. When my family had came up, I introduced all of them to my parents and my brother. So like I'm telling y'all, it was nothing there that made me think like, oh, these people are about to flip on me crazy. And that's exactly what happened. They flipped on me one by one, all of them. Halloween came. Y'all, nothing good happens during Halloween in college. I just want you to know now, if you are coming to college, if you're in college, nothing good happens on Halloween. Ever. You can have a fun night, but it'll definitely backfire. Some of my friends from high school came up to Richmond for Halloween. And so, first Halloween in college, you know, everyone wants to be lit, everyone wants to be hyped. Like, it was me and Giselle. Giselle is my friend who I went to high school with, who also came to VCU. So me and Giselle, Giselle lived at another dorm, so I was going to go meet Giselle over there with our friends. And so, I was already done getting ready. I was going to kind of go out with my floor mate slash roommate, but no one was ready. Like, no one was dressed. It was like 9, I think, already, or like 9:30. And I was like, I'm just gonna go over to my friend Giselle's apartment, my friend Giselle's room. And I'm pretty sure I told my roommate that, but I didn't relay it to the group, like all of my friends. And so I left and I went over to my friend Giselle's. We got ready, we ended up leaving, and we ended up partying. Like, the night we all partied with our friends from high school. It was fun. And I get a text halfway through the night from one of the girls on my floor who I was friends with. And she's like calling me fake, and she's like, oh, you're so fake, why would you leave your roommate, oh my gosh, you're so fake, why would you, like, just attacking me. And I was really just like, I was having fun. So I was like, I did ignore her. One of the guys from our friend group also came with us, so she was texting him, and so he was texting her what I was saying, and I was just like, I told my roommate, like, I was like, I did it, it wasn't no, like, why are you so upset? Like, she was so mad at me. And I was just like, it's not like I left no one at a party by themselves. I literally just like went to go hang out with my high school friends. And I was like, why is it such a big issue? So when I come back that night, they were all in my room. Like, all of the girls and the guys were all in my room. And so I just like came in my room. I didn't say anything. I just like went in my bed, because in communal dorms you share, the rooms have beds in them. And I just went in my bed and I was just like, okay, whatever. That event happened. And everybody told me goodnight except this one girl. Again, we're not naming any names, but this one girl. Not my roommate, but this other girl, the floor mate. She leaves, and so it's like, that's on that. Ever since that night happened, at weeks, it's just everything went bad after that. Like, everything. Because the next week was homecoming. And then me and my one floor mate, I don't want to give her a name, because I'm like, Sarah. Her name's Sarah, because I'm like, I feel like I have to keep saying her name, and it's like one floor mate. Sarah. Me and Sarah was, I want to call Sarah the ringleader of the group, because that's how she acted. Sarah acted like the ringleader. Sarah literally was like, let me be like head in charge. And so that's how she acted. And so, yeah, so as weeks went on, Sarah just, I want to say that Sarah made everyone else just not like me, because I had no issues with no one. Like, I still thought Sarah was cool, but Sarah just, ever since that fake thing happened, I was like, okay, you know, when you find out, when people are mad at you, their true colors come out. And so that's how I found out Sarah just wasn't too fond of me. But me and my roommate were still on good terms. That's the thing, we were good. So it was nothing that was wrong, because I was like, are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm fine. So that's why I was like, if my roommate's good, that's the only person I have to please, my roommate, not anybody else that's involved. So homecoming happens, and my other friend, this is someone who I was friends with, she we're at homecoming, and you know, stuff transpires. I don't want to tell, like, again, like, this is like, some stuff is just personal, so like, I just don't want to say too much, but it involves a boy. Anytime a guy's involved, it's terrible. It involved a boy, and my friend and the boy, who was also in our friend group, became a unit. Sarah was upset over that, and so I think also that came back on me, because I was the middle person. Like, I was the person who was the connecting piece between my friend and this boy. So when they became a unit, it looks like, oh, well, Christina set that up. Christina, they end up doing whatever they want to do, and then it's like, oh, Christina's really fake now. That happens. I remember my friend Maria, you guys know Maria, she is my friend. I post her on my Instagram all the time. Maria lived in the room with one of the girls who were on our floor. I'm trying to make this story too complex because I don't want to confuse anyone. Maria lived in the room. Maria lived on the floor. That's how I met Maria, freshman year, Johnson Hall, 9th floor. She lived in the room with one of the girls who did not like me. Not Sarah, but another girl. And Maria came back and told me some stuff that she had heard. So now it's at a point where Maria's like, yeah, they're talking about fighting you. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. I have never gotten in a fight. I have never had girls not like me. That might make me sound cocky or anything, but and I'm not trying to sound cocky. I just literally am the one person I think in a group that like I'm problematic. I don't start mess. I don't talk about people. I don't do that stuff. But when she had told me these girls who are from Richmond, I'm not trying to say being from Richmond means anything, but when Maria came back and told me they're talking about trying to fight me or like they just don't like me, like Maria was my little bug, was my fly on the wall. I was just like, why are they trying to fight me? I told my mom. It might sound like I'm a snitch. I really don't care, y'all. I'm a 17-year-old in college. I don't know these people. So I'm just like, these people turn on me. They're not trying to fight me. You know those Lifetime movies where the girl gets like jumped? That's what I just immediately started thinking of. So I was just like, no. Because there's like 8 people in their friend group. I was like, no, I'm not with this. So one night, I called my mom. Mind you, the tension with my roommate now is now there. Because she still hangs out with him and I don't. And so she's around them talking mess about me. So now when I come in my room, I don't speak to her. She doesn't speak to me. Like, that's just, we just don't talk anymore. And when I tell you guys the most if you ever come to college, you have to live with someone in their room or like in a house with somebody. When you and the person you're living with do not get along, it is probably the most uncomfortable and awkward thing ever. Like, being uncomfortable in your own space is terrible. Like, it sucks, bro. I was so miserable. Like, I was just like, this is so miserable. I called my mom one night when, it was me, my roommate, a guy from the friend group was over, and I was in the room, and my other friend was over. So it's 4 of us in the room. And I was just sitting there, and so this is when I had found out some more stuff. So I went in the laundry room. Our laundry room also was on our floor, to call my mom, because the guy was in the room, and I knew he would have went back and told them what I was saying. I called my mom, and I said, Mom, I said, you know, Maria told me some stuff, and I was just like, I just don't feel comfortable, blase, blase, blase. And then Giselle, which is my friend that was in my room at the time, Giselle texted me and said the guy is at the door listening to your conversation, like putting his ear to the laundry. Y'all, telling this story is making me get like so frustrated all over again. He had his ear against the laundry door, y'all. So when I opened the door, he was standing there like a lame, y'all, like a lame. And I was just like, what's your problem? And he just like, what? Act like he wasn't looking. And I said, leave. I told my roommate, I said, sign him out. I said, sign him out now. For starters, he's a guy, so I'll go for it anyways. So I was like, sign him out now. Bye. Sign him out. And she was so confused. I was like, sign him out. So she signed him out, and that made her upset. And I really don't care, because for someone to literally sit there and listen to your phone call just to go relay it back to the group. Then when I went back in the laundry room, I was like, Mom, he was listening to my call, this and this. 2 of the girls, the lead girls, Sarah and one of the other girls, come in the laundry room. When I tell you, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I was just preparing myself. Because I know it was gonna take place, you know. Like I said, girls are different. Girls will act any type of way whenever they feel like it. So I was just like, I don't know what's about to take place. And I was still on the phone with my mom, still talking to my mom, whatever. So that event happened. I would need to tell y'all that so y'all understand another event. So that happens. Things just are happening now to make the situation more like tense. And it's like eventually something has to pop off. Like something has to explode in order for stuff to get out there, because all this stuff was happening subliminally. They were tweeting about me, they were calling me out my name, they were on Snapchat talking about me, all this stuff. And I remember my friends at one point were telling me, like, I had unfollowed them all on social media because I just didn't want to see them talking about me. Like, it does suck. It sucks when you're getting called like the B word, and when you're getting called like fake, and when you're getting tweeted about like subtweet. It does suck. Like, for people who you hung out with that are now coming for you, I mean, yeah, it's not fun. Like, I never once was like, I think to them, I always like was just like unfazed. It was just like, but my feelings were hurt. I will admit that my feelings were hurt. And I had to tell my friends at one point, don't come back and tell me when they're saying stuff about me. My nail polish was messed with. Like, I know that might sound like, oh my god girl, that is such a minor thing, but when your property is messed with, like, and touched, because she would have them over there when I wouldn't be in the room. So I would just be like, why have people here who don't like me? And like, she was not a very she was not aggressive or like confrontational like ever. So I knew that like if she would just allow them in there, like she wouldn't tell them like, hey, don't touch her stuff, or like, hey, chill out. But my nail polish, y'all, like, I'm a girly girl, so like I had a clear polish. When I got back, it was like something had been poured into it. So that's when I'm just like, okay, like that's when I got fed up. Because like, you can call me names, you can say stuff about me, you can call me fake, you don't like me, like that's fine, you don't have to like me, but I still will be here. But when that mess happened, I told my RA. And that's when my RA got involved, because I told her, I was like, Michelle, I was like, they messed with my stuff. I was just like, at that point, I was like, I'm past it. She talked to me and she was just like, it happens again, just like let me know. But this is another time that I'm not trying to cover VCU and say like stuff is flawed, or like RAs are flawed, or like people who are in charge are flawed. Because like I'm a senior now, so if I was an RA, I would also just be like, I don't know what to do, kind of. But it kind of felt like she just didn't know what to do at times, so I was just like, okay, whatever. But let's get to the meat and the potatoes of this, because I don't want this video to be too long. But my family had known about the situation. Like, I went home for one weekend, and the weekend that I came back was when everything popped off. I came back, it was me and my friend Maria, my friend Giselle, and my other friend were on my bed, my lofted bed, sitting up. 4 of us were sitting up on the bed watching the fashion show, and the door was open, so my roommate, they were in the room, like the girls, my floor mates were coming out in the room, like talking to her, whatever. But it was something in the air, and I was just like, I was like, something's not right. Like, it was feeling weird. I felt so weird, and I was just like, it was late too. I think it had to have been past 12 o'clock. Like, it was past midnight. It was late. Because me and my friends were like, let's go get some food. Because we saw, like, my friends knew about everything too. So it was just like, everybody was on the same page. So we went to go get food. One of my friends did say something to one of the guys that were in the group. Like, she had yelled something up the stairs. Because I think they had mumbled something. She had said something back. And we left. And then when we had left, and y'all, they was on some like CIA type intel. But we got food and came back. When we came back, we went back on my bed. We were all eating our little IHOP. And then one of the guys in the group goes, it's funny now because it's been years. Like, I'm past it now. But it's funny now when I think about the whole interaction. He walks up to the bed, to my friend, and he goes, so I hear we got beef. Just like that. And I was just like, because this is the same dude that was listening to my phone call. So he's such a lame. Like, he was so lame. I was just like, what? And my friend, you know, they kind of went back and forth. It had to have been 20 seconds. It wasn't long at all. But I remember I was like, this is my friend, and I was like, I signed her in, so like I take ownership of everyone who's on my bed, because I'm like, these are my people. And I was like, what's your problem? And as soon as I said something, y'all, as soon as I inserted myself into what was taking place, everybody on the opposite side of me was like, all right, go time. Like, they literally all started saying stuff to me. They're like, like, they all just started like coming at me, and I was just like, what is going on? And like, I go about, like, if you know me, I don't use profanity, I don't cuss at all. And so I have brothers also, so I can go about an argument, an altercation, without using any profanity, and I can still win. So I like, and sometimes I'll laugh, because like, I'll be smug about it. So maybe I was like smiling during some of this, maybe. And I know that irritated them. But they brought up, you guys, they brought up so many things that I didn't even think were issues, that they saw as issues. Like, they were like, oh, the one time we were out with your roommate and you didn't want to pay for her food, and this one time, like, they tried to make it seem like I thought I was better than them, because like, where I come from, I have no like control over my upbringing. Like, I have no control that I was raised nicely, like I have a nice life, nice family, like so they were mad about that at one point. They brought that up again. It was like more than 3 years ago, so like I can't remember everything that was brought up, but it was so many things were brought up. I gotta say one part too, there was a girl in the room who was on the opposing team, and she was probably one of the ones I remember, because she was so rude, and I did not know her, and that's why I remember it so well, because I was like, I don't even know her. Like, I met her one time, we were all friends, but I guess she like started hanging out with him more, and she kept calling me disrespectful, y'all. And I think that was, out of everything that happened that night, that probably was the one thing that just really had my blood boiling. Because she goes, you're so disrespectful. You are so disrespectful. And I was like, who are you? Like, every time I was like, who are you? Because I just didn't know who she was. So I was like, who are you? Who are you? She would go, you're so disrespectful. Oh my God. Like she was so disgusted with me. And I was just like, then why are you in my room? So I kept saying, why are you in my room to all of them. I was like, why are y'all even in my room if y'all have a problem with me? And then they were like, this is her room too, this is your roommate's room too, like that's your issue, you always treat it like it's just your room, you don't respect her. And I was like, she's never told me this, like my roommate has never came up and told me this. And then the one time, and again, y'all probably like, what did your roommate say? The one thing my roommate said the whole time this was taking place was, it's our room, it's our room, it's not just your room. That's the only thing that she had said. And I remember just being like, are you kidding me? All these girls and guys are in here attacking me, yelling at me, and she didn't even tell them to chill, stop, or whatever when the police get called. My mom had known what was going on. So I had texted her when they started yelling. I had texted her and said, Mom, they're in my room, they're yelling, like they're getting loud. And then my phone died. But while like there was a point when I was just focused on just yelling at everyone that I forgot all about everything around me. And so I forgot my phone had died. When I finally had the chance to hand it to my friend on the bed to charge it up, because again, my other two friends are still just sitting here just like, what is going on? And my phone had finally came on, and my mom goes, I read the text, and the text goes, the police have been called, they're on their way. And I remember showing it to my friends on the bed, and they were like, you're lying. And I was like, no, bro, I know my mom. Like, she probably really called the police. My family lived in Nova at the time, so they were 2 hours away. So my mom couldn't just pull up to the school. And I was just like, oh my God. Eventually, the arguing had stopped. I know we probably disturbed people on the floor. The arguing had eventually stopped. And when they were walking out, I remember being like, all right, I need to go tell the police. Like, if the police are coming out, I was like, I need to tell them, like, nothing's wrong. Because I just was like, if the police come, I'm going to look weak. Like, that's the one thing I kept thinking. I was like, I'm going to look like a snitch. I'm going to look weak. I just kept thinking that. And I personally, I felt like I held my own. I felt like I got my points across to all of them, even though they still probably didn't like me. And the police had come. When they were walking out, the police had met them, like, right there on the hallway. And I remember I was just like, and then I heard some of them in the group go, she called the police, she called the police, it's not that serious. And I was just like, oh my God, Mom. And so I had to file a police report, like, long story short, I had to file a police report, because they like were like, you cannot leave, like, we can't leave unless you do this, like, your mom thinks like you're in danger. So I had to file the police report, and yeah, that happened. And that's kind of the end of the story time, y'all. Like, the police came, they left. I ended up switching. Maria, my friend who I'm friends with now, since she was on the floor, we just did a swap. So my roommate went to the girls' room, and Maria came to my room. I bet you guys are wondering, like, what happened with the girls? Once my roommate, like, the control center piece was removed, they had no access to me. So yeah, they would still like bang on my door, they would still like be shady, but they were not in my space. And once that was removed, everything was better. I did have to meet with my RA and my roommate. We had to talk everything out. I don't think my RA really saw, like, I understand she understood what happened, but I don't think she really, she was saying we could switch, but she wasn't about the action. So me and like Maria like physically just like moved everything into her room. Like, we didn't sign nothing, we just like did it. And I could tell my roommate didn't want to leave, but I was just like, yeah, you're leaving, you're out of here, like, you're not staying in here with me, like, you're not, no, you will not be in here, not contributing to the room anyway. Like, I say this to say, like, I want to tell this story time because I know it's getting around the season where people find out about their roommates and they find out everything. And I kind of want this story to show, like, not everyone is going to be your friend off rip, y'all. Like, when you come to college, you are so excited to meet people, and like, I was just so eager to just like be like, not accepted, but just have a big friend group. And it wasn't it. Like, that was not the move. Some stories I didn't get to tell, like many stories within, but I wanted to tell stories that piece things together. If she had just vocalized and verbalized what the issues were and didn't involve outside people, this could have easily been prevented, but it wasn't, and that happened. And now I have a story time to tell my YouTube. But I don't know, it took me a long time to tell this story, just honestly because I just wasn't really, I had never really been past it. Like, when I would talk about it, I still would be like, well, why me? Like, this isn't fair. But I ended up meeting Maria, and like, me and Maria are the bestest of friends now. And so, you know, sometimes bad things have to happen for good things to come out of it. If you want to see more story times, let me know. I have lots of stories to tell, lots. So if you're watching this and we have a story and you think I'm gonna tell it, I'm kidding. But yeah, yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel.